Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today, we're going to continue the Dr. Disrespect saga. What's going on? See, I haven't been posting much on Dr. Disrespect because there's so much misinformation out there about this guy, alright? And I want to give you guys the truth. I don't want to be the type of person that's part of the misinformation and just spread a bunch of lies about the guy and completely destroy the man's reputation. Because if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't want false information to be circulating about me either. And so, because of that reason, I haven't been really posting much about Doctor Disrespect. Although I have been posting about other stuff that has nothing to do with Doctor Disrespect. But today, I'm gonna go ahead and cover a little bit about him, especially about this guy named Upper Echelon. I love his videos, by the way. And this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy's link in my comment section, not in the comment section below, but in the description below, so that way you can go ahead and go look up some of his videos. And so anyways, that's enough talking. If you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and let's get it.
This video is brought to you by Ground News. Stick around to hear more about the special offer they're providing to the entire Upper Echelon community. Alright, today is a continuation of something that initially started in 2020. Actually, it started in 2017, but regardless, it first became public in 2020, and now, in 2024, it's come back seemingly one final time.
Hold on. Did he did he say it started in 2017 and then became public in 2020? So is he talking about the whole Dr. Disrespect speaking to a minor? Because if it started back in 2017 and all the way into 2020, then brother, that's definitely a problem. Maybe I might have misunderstood him, but let's go ahead. Again, I haven't seen this video. All right, I'm reacting to the video with you guys so that way I can go ahead and give my honest opinion rather than writing the script and all that. But no, rather I like to watch the video right when I record, so that way my opinion cannot be something that is scripted to try to make it sound nice, which would be nice, but I like to give my honest opinion about things.
To be clear, a lot of what I'm about to talk about today are simply allegations. These are opinions or accusations from people that are not borne out in a court of law. But as I've said before, and I'll say it again here, what is the internet if not a jury on the grandest of scales that presides over a court of public opinion, which is always perpetually in session? Like it or not, internet stardom is often dominated by the court of public opinion. Careers can rise or fall purely on the back of suspicion, and while Dr. Disrespect is not behind bars or indicted on any charges,
That's true. Careers can be literally can be destroyed based off of suspicion, and and the sad reality is that although Doctor Disrespect has not been arrested or he hasn't went to jail, but in the eye of the public, he's already guilty, and that is a very big problem because again, what if the man is honest? What if he was speaking to this minor and then later found out that she was a minor and then completely decided to stop speaking to her? And so and one thing that I'm also hearing is the fact that a lot of people don't really trust Twitch, right? Because there was a video that I heard where they said that Twitch actually set Dr. Disrespect up, right? They set him up to quote unquote speak to a minor, even though it was a grown up behind, just to, I don't know, get rid of him or something like that. Again, that the truth of the matter is, Dr. Disrespect is not in prison, right? He's somewhere right now, maybe on a vacation, something, while everything is going on right now. And in the eye of the public, he's already guilty. This man should be locked up for speaking to a minor. Some people are saying, dude, you're a millionaire. Why are you talking to minors in the first place? And again, these are all speculations, okay? Nobody knows exactly what's 100% going on because there hasn't been any proof. There hasn't been any text messages showing him going back and forth, speaking to a minor, right? And also showing that he knew from the beginning of the text that she was a minor and he continued to speak to her. It's crazy, right? And so that's why I haven't really been posting much about it because, again, nobody knows the full story. I don't even know the full story, right?
his career has completely imploded in a way that could very well be deserving of study. For anyone who doesn't know the name Dr. Disrespect, which I find hard to believe if you are a regular watcher of YouTube or Twitch or engage in any online gaming communities whatsoever, he's a streamer. Originally rising to prominence in the early 2010s, his online persona, Dr. Disrespect, is just a character. His real name is Herschel Beam IV. From
Why didn't he? That's Herschel Beam the Fourth. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's a really cool name. He could have went with something like Mr. Dr. Beam or something like that, you know. But he decided to go with Dr. Disrespect. But I personally like you know, the last name Herschel Beam. That's pretty cool.
2010, the moment he began his online journey, to 2020, Dr. Disrespect became an internet sensation. His prominence on Twitch led him to be awarded an Esports Streamer of the Year distinction in 2017, among other accolades thereafter. But 2017 in particular would coincidentally, or maybe not so much, become a year that would haunt the rest of his professional life. I won't spend too much time here on old news, but context is important for understanding why the reaction more recently is what it is. Shortly after his 2017 award, Dr. Disrespect took an extended leave of absence after publicly disclosing to his entire community that he had been unfaithful in his marriage.
Okay, now with this whole him being unfaithful, my question is how did the public get a hold of this? I don't know the full story of how he really got caught being unfaithful to his wife, and he decided to make this video where he goes to his Twitch followers and then went and publicly apologized for what he did. But how did people get? How did this come in public? There must have been a way. Maybe the person whom he cheated, he had intercourse with, right? Probably came out and said, "Oh, and by the way, Doctor Disrespect slept with me while he is married." But let's continue.
I have no idea why this was announced to the entire world. Speculation was rampant at the time that he was perhaps being forced to disclose this by someone off screen during the broadcast or someone else involved. But regardless of why it happened, his career seemingly took a pretty big hit. However, what became very clear in the aftermath is that while internet trolls and detractors of his would certainly never let these events go entirely, his community of core fans were extremely dedicated. Upon returning, Dr. Disrespect had nearly 400,000 live viewers during that broadcast, marking one of the
Wow.
biggest Twitch streams ever at the time, and he would go on over the next couple of years to win yet another Streamer of the Year award, as well as receive major brand partnerships and millions of new followers. Sure, he still had his controversies, like when he filmed inside a bathroom at E3 2019, but it wasn't until 2020 that a mystery born 3 years earlier, 2017, would fully enter public consciousness. 2020 was the year that Dr. Disrespect was very suddenly suspended on Twitch. It was a shock, there was little to no information available at the time, but speculation again ran wild as to why the mega streamer had been suspended shortly into a massive contract that he had signed with Twitch directly, seemingly to.
And sorry to pause real quick. And this is what I'm talking about, right? See, Doctor Disrespect says he's suing Twitch over ban. So even Doctor Disrespect didn't know why they were banning him, and so that's why there's so much speculations out there as to like people don't really know the full story. Okay, they don't know the full story. If the moment Doctor Disrespect got banned, if he knew why he got banned from speaking to a minor, perhaps he wouldn't have said what he said. And again, nobody knows. It's just speculation, allegations. It's everything. People are just guessing over and over again what's really going on, and nobody seems. Even recently, now there's a trans stripper, if I'm not wrong, coming out saying that Doctor Disrespect was in his DM. It's crazy.
help squash a business competitor of theirs called Mixer. Mixer, funded by Microsoft, was engaging in exclusivity contracts to try and break into the world of streaming at the time, which prompted Twitch to create a contract with Dr. Disrespect that they would now be attempting to nullify. Once again, people
Maybe that's the maybe. You know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. Let's
had
continue.
no information, as one of the largest personalities on the entire platform was permanently removed, but none of it, stopped his career from thriving. Authenticity of information is one of the greatest assets that you can have in today's online world. It's a thing that pretty much everyone is always chasing, whether conscious or not, and it's a thing that cannot be achieved without understanding bias, and that's where today's video sponsor comes into play, called Ground News. You guys can obviously check them out at ground.news/echelon for 40% off of Dr. Disrespect's best professional years after returning to the world of streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch and finding a bevy of new professional relationships. Just to demonstrate what I'm talking about, here's only a couple examples. In 2023, he became closely linked to the San Francisco 49ers NFL team, even sounding the horn to announce the start of a wildcard game, suiting up in their actual uniform, and having promotional videos released all over their social media channels. In 2022, he was awarded a dedicated quest and avatar of himself in NBA 2K23, a massively popular video game. In 2021, he signed a massive partnership with sports betting platform FanDuel, and also in
And again, See, when you become this big, understand something. You will have haters. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the most charming human being on the planet. I swear to God, you will have haters. You will have people who see your success. They are jealous of your success, and because of that reason, they are gonna want to shut you down completely. The guy who came out talking about Dr. Disrespect got banned because he was speaking to a minor. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. He could have just move on with his life, leave Doctor Disrespect alone, keep doing. Doctor Disrespect does his thing. He does his thing. Instead, what does he do? He comes out and says Dr. Disrespect was speaking to a minor all the way back in 2020. In my personal opinion, I feel like it leads back to jealousy. I feel like it leads back to him seeing how successful Dr. Disrespect has become outside of Twitch, right? Although that guy is an ex Twitch employee, right? But despite that, he probably still has some kind of vendetta against Dr. Disrespect. And because of that reason, he decided to expose the man when the man has reached the height of his career. Again, speculations.
In 2023, he joined up with Turtle Beach, launching his own branded gaming hardware. Even further, he co-founded a video game development studio called Midnight Society in a span of time that was not sloping downward at all. It was rather taking off once again despite being permanently suspended from the largest streaming platform on the internet. Things looked very good for him despite multiple prior setbacks. Well, 2024 would be the year that it all came crashing down, because 2024 is the year that what happened in 2017 and was acted on in 2020 would hit the public eye, and the internet is a very cruel, unforgiving mistress. The saga begins with a post from an ex-Twitch employee that reads, quote, "He got banned because got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang." Further continuing, "No one made the wrong decision. Fuck him and his boys." End quote. While the statement itself is truly ambiguous, people were very...
See what I mean? Like, again, this guy has some sort of vendetta against Dr. Disrespect, and he did not like to see what Dr. Disrespect was doing. He did not like to see it. He didn't like the fact that Dr. Disrespect was doing, you know, a very good job in streaming and doing whatever he does, right? After going over the list of all the things that Dr. Disrespect has been involved in, the 49ers, his own gamer side, being in the video game, all of these things, like, again, he has reached the pinnacle of success when it comes to streamers. And again, when that happens, you will have haters. You will have people who are gonna dig in and find something to shut you down. They thrive off of that. They want to do that, even though they won't even benefit from you getting shut down. They won't benefit from it, but because of the fact that they want you to be shut down, is all the motivation that they need for them to continue to expose you in whatever it is that you do. It's sick, but hey, that's the world we're living in, and you have to deal with it, and you have to somehow maneuver your way around these things and try your best not to expose your sins that you do outside the camera.
very quick to connect it all back to Dr. Disrespect, after which the doc himself made a statement that read, quote, "I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract." And
See, and that's also one thing right there, right? Is that perhaps if if he was texting a minor and then he ended up getting caught because of that, why would they pay him out the whole contract? You know, that should have been good enough of a reason to say, hey, this goes against our policy, and because of that reason, your whole contract has been terminated. We no longer want you on this platform. Bye. And that because if you want to keep it a secret, we could keep it a secret and just everything be bygone. But instead, they decided to pay him out. You know, that's again, like, I feel like more needs to come out. More story needs to come out. The text message needs to come out in order for people to decide for themselves whether or not if Dr. Disrespect is guilty of speaking to a minor or not guilty of speaking to a minor. Because again, I'm also hearing that he was when he was speaking to her, and then he ends up finding out that she was a minor, he cut contact with her. But again, these are just speculation. Anyway, I'm gonna stop right there because sometimes I can go on and on. But before I do that, right, I am gonna go ahead and show you guys a video that I saw on on X, right, of Sneeko. A video that I saw on X of Sneeko, and again, I wanted to. He made a really good point, by the way. He made a really good point, and I wanted to say something about it. But let's hear it.
Dr. Disgusting, says Valkyrie. Yuck, says Pokimane. Everyone hates you, but as soon as that second hits midnight, then she can sign up on OnlyFans, sell her body.
My video is not playing. I didn't realize that. Why is it not playing? Oh, I can't watch. I can't watch it in full screen. Let me see this.
And then everyone's gonna parade around and say, "You go, Queen!" Dr. Disgusting, says
But yeah,
Valkyrie.
I wanted to say something about this, right? I wanted to say something about the Sneeko catching up on that. I'll have to figure this out later, but I can't make a big screen where the OBS will catch it. So I'll have to. You guys will have to listen. He's gonna read the text, and I'll have to comment on it.
Yuck, says Pokimane. Everyone hates you, but as soon as that second hits midnight, then she can sign up on OnlyFans, sell her body, and then everyone's gonna parade around and say, "You go, Queen! You're an independent girl boss, slay!"
And that's, you see, that right there too is also one of the problems, right? It's crazy because the girl that Dr. Disrespect was talking to, perhaps she could have been 17 years old, getting ready to reach 18 years old, right? I don't know. And I'm going to go ahead and say this one more time. I am not defending Dr. Disrespect whatsoever. But I am somebody who is open-minded to the truth. And I want to know what the truth is. And so in order for me to solidify my point of view, I'll have to know what the truth is. And because of that reason, I can't say for a fact that Dr. Disrespect is wrong for speaking to a minor because I don't know the full story. But perhaps she was 17 years old and he was speaking to her and she was getting ready to reach the age of 18 years of age. And in America, again, if you're speaking to a 17-year-old, that's considered what? You speaking to a minor. But as soon as this girl reaches 18, like Sneeko just said, literally, it could be, for example, today is Sunday, right? As soon as midnight hits, she can go ahead and create an OnlyFans and go ahead and expose her vagina to the whole, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but to the whole of the internet. She could have probably taken this picture in the past, you know, and puts it on the internet, and then boom, all of a sudden she's legal. Even though she took some picture probably like a year ago, or she took this picture like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, but she made an OnlyFans, right? And she's 18. You see how the whole thing doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. But hey, anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and comment on that little section right there. If you want to go ahead and see it, go. If you guys want me to react to the video fully, because again, some of these videos, they've been going on for a long time, and I'm still trying to get more and more people to log. I'm seeing the view time on my YouTube, and because of that reason, I don't make my videos very long because a lot of people don't reach the end of it. But again, I've got my point of view. I said what I had to say, you know, and the whole situation is crazy to me. It's ludicrous, and I don't want to say that I don't have the full story. And I'm going to stop right here, man. Again, if you guys want to go ahead and check this guy out, if you want to watch the whole video by yourself, his name is Upper Echelon. I'm going to leave his link in the bio. And I'll catch you guys up later on in another video. See ya.